Hi friends, welcome back to Bytown by Bike. Today, we're getting our gravel on. Well, our light gravel on, mixed with some lingering winter snow and ice. Anyway, we'll start off our ride heading south on Woodrooffe Avenue towards Hunt Club Road, where we'll arrive at the Nepean Sportplex and the Pinhey Forest Trail number 31. From there, we're just going to bop around the trails, check it out, have some fun, and then head back home. Now, before we hit the trail, here's a bit of history about the Nepean Sportplex. At the time of its opening in 1973, it was considered the largest recreational complex in Canada, and it still serves the community in a huge way when it comes to hockey, aquatics, baseball, you name it. Fun fact, in '97, its main arena was renamed after famed NHL player Steve Yzerman, who once played for local junior hockey team, the Nepean Raiders. Okay, back to the ride. You'll find the trailhead located at the far southeast corner of the parking lot. Now, cyclists are welcome at the Pinhey Forest Trail, but you want to be aware that especially in the summer months, it's pretty busy with joggers, pedestrians, folks walking their dogs, so just be careful. In my case, I was hitting it pretty early in the season, so I think I maybe saw 2 people the entire time. You can also find other marked trails specifically for mountain and gravel biking in the area. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm always super excited to get out riding this time of year. I don't really mind if there's a little mud or if there's a little bit of snow. Okay, maybe that's a little more snow than I'd planned on for this ride in mid-April, but hey, that's Ottawa. Anyway, notwithstanding any unseasonable ice or snow, this is a pretty easy trail and it's really great for all skill levels. So bring the kids out, get them practicing on some terrain that's only like a little bit more technical than maybe like a rail trail. Now, one really cool feature of this trail is some of the boardwalks that it has. Now, at the time that I was filming this, I think some of the sections of the trail were actually closed so the boardwalks could be repaired, and I did my best to kind of follow the signage, but it wasn't totally clear, so I probably didn't do a very good job at that. Sorry. Now, the body that's responsible for repairing said boardwalks is the National Capital Commission, or the NCC. They're the federal crown corporation responsible for long-term planning, development, and conservation, all that, of federal lands in the National Capital Region. They catch a lot of flack around like cost and budget and all of those kind of usual things, and sure, everyone's entitled to their opinion about whether or not that's deserved. But I will say, by maintaining a huge amount of the recreational infrastructure in Ottawa, they're also a big part of the reason why we're allowed to have nice things. Well, except for maybe that particular boardwalk. Anyway, let me know what you think about federal spending in the comments section. Just kidding. Please do not. I'm just trying to say that we have nice pathways. Okay, just to smoothly change the subject, back to the trail itself. So Pinhey Forest gets its name because this tract of land was donated for conservation sometime in the late 1940s by a member of the Pinhey family. Now, if you're from Ottawa or you spend any time here, you might know that the Pinhey name is pretty prominent in the city. In fact, it goes way back to the 1800s when Hamnet Kirk's Pinhey, an English merchant and ship insurance broker, emigrated to what was then known as Upper Canada in around 1820. And while Pinhey Forest is now known for birdwatching and dizzyingly tall pine trees, the Pinhey family is famous for being early settlers of the Ottawa area, establishing what was then known as Horaceville in Ottawa's rural west end along the river. In fact, you can still visit what was their homestead at Pinhey's Point Historic Site. Come to think of it, that would make a great destination for another video. Speaking of other destinations, don't hesitate to shoot me a comment if you have any ideas for great places to ride in the NCR, Eastern Ontario, Western Quebec, wherever. And although most of my rides are based in this region, I aspire to do some pretty serious bike-oriented traveling over the next few years. So yeah, let me know where I need to go. Now, as I wrap up the trail, I survey the amount of mud and dirt on my bike and contemplate the depth of bike cleaning I'll need to undertake when I get home. I'm actually curious, what is your best practice when it comes to cleaning your bike? Every ride? Only on muddy rides? Once a week? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, as I wrap up my ride, I head back north up Woodrooffe Avenue to meet up with a pathway that runs along Hunt Club Road and brings me back towards central Ottawa. Well, that's it for today's ride. If you liked what you saw or found this at all interesting, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing with a friend, all that good stuff. Anyway, ride well, friends. Thanks again. Bye.